A particularly rewarding project that I worked on at Image Engine was a full-length feature named Kin. It was great to work with a team of directors who truly appreciated what visual effects was bringing to their film.
The most rewarding was really early on, honestly, which was District 9, and we got an Oscar nod for Best VFX. It was the first big film we worked on here.
Working on American Sniper, Clint Eastwood came into Image Engine and gave us a brief on the sequence. I had to pinch myself several times and being like, wow, this is my job.
And I would come up with ideas of my own for shots or camera angles, and if I'm working with a collaborative director, they'd take it on board and I would see an idea that I had up on the screen.
And when you start kind of getting the feeling for the client and you send out the concept or idea that you have and the client really like, that's exactly how I imagine it, like you nailed it on the head, and you just know like the artist is happy that made it, you are happy, and the client is happy. It's a rewarding feeling.
On the project Independence Day, Resurgence, we had to make a full CG environment that was basically to the horizon, and we made full CG alien plants, just huge fields of them. It was very technically challenging, figuring out how to get things done.
Being part of the team for the Game of Thrones Season 7, especially for one shot that made it to the Cinefex cover, that was really exciting.
That show is so ambitious and it grows in complexity and volume every year. By the time we were a third of the way through, we felt as though we had a very solid grasp as to how we were doing this work. We rolled into Season 8 and we quadrupled the amount of dragon work we were doing. It was a super rewarding way of wrapping up that show, was that we felt as though we kind of reached a high watermark in how to do that type of work.
Everyone that worked on Game of Thrones knew what impact it had, so everyone was bringing their A game and trying as hard as they could.
That was one of the largest challenges, a challenge but a huge reward.
I think it was Final Fantasy. We had to really evaluate our current tools and what we could do, and doing something above and beyond that we thought was possible at the time.
Logan was such a special show for me because we had to place the stunt double's head to Hugh Jackman's head. To sell it, you need to have good visual effects, a good eye for detail.
With Logan, we've hit the uncanny valley where we can create, CG characters that stand right next to the other actors. For me, those sort of things, hitting that level is always like super exciting.
The day we had the full team assembled, things working, and just everyone in the room was like, we've been building up to something, delivering our first set of shots, and the notes were, cool, approved. And that's the greatest feedback you can get. And it's like, okay, something's working here. This is going well.